This is Dave Mann of Lotto Odds. It is August 24th, 2025. Okay, guys, I got another good video for you guys. First of all, a quick update. We're still working on the alert feature. It's really complex. We will let you know when it's up and running, and then we'll make a tutorial video on that. And then after that, we're going to do the lotto pools, get that done. But I want to show you this. This is what I'm doing is I'm creating, because a lot of people feel that lotto odds is a bit complicated for them, which really it is fundamental and basic. It's just basically patterns. Patterns. That's all patterns. That's it. Whatever numbers, whatever symbols, they're all just patterns, repeat patterns that repeat over and over again. But I realized what I should do is I should also get you guys into strategies and not just tell you about it or talk about it in a video like I've been doing, but give you tools to implement the strategy. Okay? And when I get a powerful strategy to do that, like first of all, this one strategy I'm going to show you here, the eliminate strategy, right? We're going to do eliminate strategy. What we're going to do, I'm going to explain it in a minute, in a few seconds. Just to mention that the first strategy that we worked on, right, was the strategy that ah, what was that strategy? It's right there. I had it on the tip of my tongue. Hold on. Let me go to the strategy page. It's the yeah, Trinity, the Trinity, right? Right there. Trinity. So what I want to start doing is I want to create pages for you where you can easily implement these strategies and have AI help you with them. Oh yeah, have AI help you implement them. All right. Here's one strategy. It's very powerful, especially you double players. You're gonna freaking love this. It is gonna help you to see, visualize the win, and show you a very simple way how to get the 90 numbers down, way down, even to 20 numbers, and give a high percentage, like 90 something percent chance that you can win if a certain condition is met. And I'm going to show you that. Let me just go over this briefly, show you what I've done. And I'm going to hopefully release this either tomorrow, yeah, either Sunday or Monday. We'll see about this. But it's pretty much done. You got login and sign up. I'm going to be implementing the Grok 4 Heavy, which is one of the most advanced AIs in here. We may not even need it. We'll see. It's 300 bucks a month plus calls, which is could be very expensive. So we might just tag on just a $5 monthly fee for this usage, just to help us pay for this and for development purposes. I will add a tutorial video right here to go over everything. Plus, I've added a little AI helper here. If you click that, you are able to view the AI here and actually ask the questions, not just type, but ask it questions. See, opening it up like that, or you could down like that while you're working, and then ask it questions. Well, let's see if it's gonna work. Hold on. I just want you to hear it because it's being trained and everything, but hold on. Can you explain how this site works? And then it takes a while because it's communicating to OpenAI, and then it's got to bring information back. And you could type it and it'll be faster. But if you want to listen to it while you're working, and doing your research, you could do that. I go through it. It takes time. I'm going to see how I can speed up the response. But anyway, until it still starts, let's do this. Um, all right. So let's hold on a second. Let me open this up. Let me see if oh, look at that. It was gonna start. Is it starting? Let's ask it again. Yeah, can you explain how this site works? Yeah, that's our question. Oh, there it goes. Okay, let's leave it like that till it starts. Okay, anyway, up here you have filters in, okay? Right now you just have Texas, and we're going to add all the states that Lotto Odds has. You have 500 draws going back because the strategy that we're going to implement is this. It's the elim
Certainly.
Oh,
The Texas Pick 3 Lottery Analysis app is designed to help users analyze past lottery results and identify patterns or trends. Here's a step-by-step explanation of how the site works. 1. Real-time data display. The app shows the latest Texas Pick 3 lottery results, updated in real time from official sources. You can view up to 500 of the most recent draws, providing a comprehensive look at recent outcomes. 2. Display controls. You can adjust the window size to specify how many draws you want to view at once, up to a maximum of 500. Set draw limits to focus your analysis on a particular range of results. 3. Time filters. Filter results by the time of the draw, morning, day, evening, or night. You can also choose to view all draws together, which helps in analyzing patterns based on draw times. 4. Number pattern filters. These filters allow you to focus on specific types of number patterns. Singles. All digits are different. Doubles. 2 digits are the same. Triples. All digits are the same. This helps in narrowing down your analysis to specific patterns of interest. 5. Repeat detection. Numbers that repeat in subsequent draws are highlighted in red. Clicking on these red numbers will automatically scroll you to their next occurrence further down the page, that making it easy to track repeats. 6. Non-repeats counter. This feature shows the number of draws that occurred between consecutive repeat numbers, helping you identify gaps between repeats. 7. Box number analysis. Displays all 220 possible Pick 3 box numbers, where digits are sorted from low to high, e.g., 521 becomes 125. Helps you see which combinations have appeared and which have not. 8. Pick 3 remove draws. Allows you to filter out specific rows from your analysis. For example, you can remove the most recent draws to focus on older data. This is useful for examining historical trends without the influence of recent draws. 9. Removed numbers. After filtering out certain rows, this section displays the unique box numbers from those removed rows. You can easily copy these numbers for further analysis. 10. Remaining box numbers shows the box numbers that have not appeared in the filtered draws, indicating which combinations might be due for a draw. 11. Highlight repeats. Highlights repeated numbers in past draws, allowing you to quickly identify frequently occurring combinations. Overall, the app is a powerful tool for analyzing Texas Pick 3 lottery results, helping you make informed decisions.
all right. I'm just going to go through this real quick again for you. So you pretty much know what the filters are. They're very simple filters. Okay, the strategy that we're going to implement, elimination strategy. Okay, the way most of you work is that you're predicting what the next draw is going to be. No, we're not going to do it that way. In this elimination strategy, we are going to remove numbers to get the least numbers to play for a higher probability outcome, okay, that we're going to catch the winner. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to utilize past drawings, right? Past draws to remove those numbers, okay, that have already won, okay? And then the remaining numbers will have a higher probability of winning, okay? That's what we did here. So repeat numbers meaning that they're repeating, right? They repeated, right? So if you look at 500 draws, right? Think about it. If you look at 500 draws and you have 220 box numbers, the likelihood of it repeating more often is very high, don't you think? Because you have 500 draws, right? So that's what happens here. The black numbers here, that's unique numbers, okay? They did not repeat. That's the first time they're hitting. You see that? First time they're hitting right there. See that? First time. See that? First time. The site is in beta. I'm still working on, okay? But anyway, I just want to show you. Anyway, see this first time, okay? So, anyway, the way we're going to do this is with 500 draws, we're going to reduce it, okay? So we get less repeats, okay? By getting less repeats in 100 draws, we can see better when the black ones, right? When the ones have not repeated will come out, and that's when what we could do is remove draws. Like, look, do 100 draws, right? Now watch. And 100 draws, look at that. All these draws that don't have double hits in them. Okay, look at this. Hold on. Let me refresh this page. Hold on. Bear with me a second. Refresh. All right. So now we refresh. This is better. All right. So yeah. So look at all these. Right. This is better. All right. So there you go. This is when you look in all 500. See how they repeat all the time? You have more numbers within 500. They repeat it. So say for example, 475 could have repeated in 500 draws of 475 draws, right? Ago, whatever. So look, if I click this, it'll take you to where it repeated, like that. See, take that where it repeated. All right. So now let's go reduce them. The less numbers that draws that you search or have here displayed, guess what happens? Look, bam, less repeats. Oh yeah, less repeats. And I'm going to tell you why this is significant. Very simple strategy, but very, very powerful. Look at this. Look at where the repeats are. You can see where the repeats are here. Look, there were 20 repeats, okay? Out of those 20, only 17 were the original numbers, okay? Three of them, three, repeats were from the 17, okay? 100 draws, like that. How do you play with this strategy? Very simple. When you see a double come out like this, right? You remove 100 past draws. The numbers associated with the past 100, like for example, if you're going to play the next draw for no repeat, it's 011 would be out, 015, excuse, yeah, 017, 015, 344, 778, 37, so forth and so on, like that. That's what you reduce. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how you could do that on here. It's very simple, okay? Very basic. The reason why you'd remove these is because if it's a black number, meaning it's not a repeat, it cannot be. It's impossible that it's going to be one of these past numbers. Because if one of these past numbers repeats, I just told you, it's a repeat, right? So we're trying to get the ones that don't repeat, right? They have to hit first and then have to hit second to be a repeat. There has to be at least two of them for it to be a repeat. So this is telling you when a repeat happens like this, okay, high probability when you have 100 draws that the next one is not going to be a repeat. And this is what you can do. Come down here, right? You have 500 draws right there. So you start 500 as the top. If you reduce 100, then you're going down to 400. And I'm going to make this much better for you. I'm going to automate this for you, meaning that when you choose 100 draws, it's going to automatically remove 100 draws with the numbers. So now you went immediately from 220 numbers to 140. Well, we're going to get it much lower than this. Don't worry about it. So you got at 140. But the most important thing right now is that you got it so easily down to 140 numbers, like really doing not much. Okay? Just looking at here, look, the doubles are not really hitting that much back to back. Look at that 1 1 1 1 1. So you see a double like this, actually not a double, a repeat. You play, you know the high probability next one is not going to be a repeat. So guess what? Guess what? And this helps you out with your own strategy. These 80 numbers, if you have these 80 numbers in your strategy, it's over 90% chance that you're going to lose. Yes, over 90% chance that you will lose if you have these numbers. If your numbers are within here, then you have a better chance of winning. Okay, you see that? Now, if you think a single is going to come out, now we could go lower. So isolate the singles like that. Now let's see how much we have. Now we have 61 numbers. Oh, yes. Oh, we're going to go lower than this, don't worry. 61. So it is guaranteed with a high probability in 90% range that over 90% range that if you have numbers in here at this time, you think a single is going to come out, and if a single comes out, right, and it's not a repeat, okay, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to lose. And high probability by just looking at this, very simple looking at this, hey, you know it's not going to come out because you know by this trend here, they're just hitting ones and then no and then singles. You see that? And then no repeat. Okay, so you know there's a high chance, 90% chance the winner is going to be one of these here. And you have 61 numbers. So if you're doing this can help your own strategy. If your numbers are in here, you're going to lose. Green. Red, stop, go to green. Okay? Now you can reduce these even more now. You can go down to 50 numbers. Actually, higher. You could go up to 200 numbers. But I found a sweet spot was um, at 100. But look, if you take these 60 numbers copying lotto odds, you could reduce them even more. Okay, but look at this. Now what we're going to do is this, and you're going to love this. You double players, you're going to love this. Why? Guess what we're going to do? We're going to go back up to 500. Oh, yeah. 500 draws, and we're going to isolate doubles, and we're going to see how many repeat numbers come out. Look at that. Remember how they were before? Look at this. Look, you have more non-repeat gaps. See that? Gaps. You have more non-repeat gaps coming out, okay? Look what happens when you were playing with all and here with all. Look at that. Look how many 500 draws, how the numbers repeat constantly. You could hardly win with this. You could hardly determine when the next non-repeat number is going to come out, okay? But if you take it down to, if you take it to doubles, if you play with doubles, wow, this is awesome. And I'm going to show you how many numbers there are for you to play. You're going to love this. Look at that. So now you take it down to doubles, right? Now look what happens, okay? You get more of these gaps. So if you see something like this, and we're only dealing with Texas, we're going to add more states. Remember, we're still in the beta for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see something like this, you know, high probability is going to come out with a non-repeat number, okay? And it's going to be one of these. Look, back to back. Let's keep going. Look. See that? See that 2 gap? See that 2 gap? See that? So you wait for the setup. You look for a good setup. Look at that 1 and gap. Look at that 2 gap. Look at that 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4 gap. You catch these gaps, right? You're trying to catch these gaps by looking at these repeats here, right? You want to avoid the repeats and try to catch the gaps by waiting for the setup. Look at that. Look at that. These are all unique. No repeats. There are no repeats. Now let's translate that. So we're working with, and these are 500 draws. That's right. 500 draws. This is what you have, okay? With the no repeats, with the doubles and stuff like that. So what you can do is you could come here, okay, do all 500. So we're going to do from 500 down to 1, right? Down to 1, okay? Because 500 is the latest. 1 is the bottom, right? It starts from 1 and then goes up to 500 like that. Look what you have. 25 numbers. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you right now, you hit one of these black here, right? Okay? That's what it is. You're guaranteed to win with these. Like the numbers fluctuate, but they're going to be very, very low. You're working with 25 numbers. Okay, so say for example, tomorrow Texas hits with no double. Okay, with no double. Excuse me, with a double, but not a repeat double. It's definitely one of these going to hit and win. Okay, so if you have your own strategy and you're trying to hit doubles, you're trying to work with doubles and you're going for and you don't realize that the next draw is not going to be a repeat double, then you're going to lose. You're going to have a very bad time with this because you're going to lose a lot of money. You're going to keep losing because all your numbers are going to be in here. Okay, and the only way you're going to win this is when there's repeats, and there are repeats. Okay, so you see that now. And you could play it the reverse. If you want to play with repeats, you just go here and play that way. Anyway, but this is the best way to do it. Okay, so we're removing numbers based on what repeated. So if we see what repeated, right, and we try to grab these, which are not non-repeats, that's how many numbers that you have. 25. Now, if you're playing with 25, let me see how many draws you have with 25. So say you're playing on a certain site and you're playing 25 cents for that. That's 625. So the prize is this. What is it? It's 37.50, right? 37.50. 625, 37.50. Okay, divide 625. 6 draws. Not bad. Not bad. So what it means is this. We only have Texas here, but when we put in the other states, right, you could go shopping. So you could go shopping, you could look for like the setups, back to back like this, back to back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back to back high double hits, right, where you have repeats, double repeat, repeat, repeat. then it creates a strong possibility, very high possibility in the 90s, that the next double that comes out in that state will be a non-repeat number. That means the winners will be one of these lower numbers here, 25 or less or whatever they are. They fluctuate like that. So you're not working with 90 numbers, you're only working with 25. You gotta love this. And again, I'm going to automate this for you. So when you come down here, it's going to be done for you. You don't have to choose the pages and stuff. Now I'm going to add a additional AI in here. What we're going to do is add the pattern strings. Okay, each number has a pattern string. Okay, it makes it easy for the AI to help you determine what to remove. I'm going to teach the AI how to look for patterns and to remove numbers. Okay, for you. So down here, okay, down here, um, it's going to have the filter for the AI, and you could click a button and it'll help reduce it more depending on the patterns. Like if a certain pattern comes out, hold on, let me see if I can grab it again. Yeah, okay. So say for example, a pattern came out. Let's go up here so we know what we're talking about. Odd evens or binary, whatever. So say for example, binary came out like three in a row, like 0, 0, 0, 0 here in the front or whatever. You know, it's a low probability another zero is going to come out. So the AI is going to remove all these, okay? All these numbers that have the zero in the fronts like that, okay? And then with the even, if it sees multiple evens coming out too, it will remove these and these as well, okay? And we'll see other ones too. In pair sums, you only have four, excuse me, four 1-2 sums, okay? So it's either 1-1, 1-1, 1-2, 2-2, 2-1. Okay, so look at these and it'll reduce the numbers drastically. So AI is going to help a lot. So if AI sees three like this, 1-1-1, it knows the next one high probability is going to be a 2 or a 3. So it'll remove numbers for you as well. So when you already have these reduced here like this, AI can reduce these even more. You could wind up even with like 10 or less numbers to play and make a huge killing. And knowing when a double comes out, because that's another question. When does a double come out? When did I know a double is going to come out for me to start playing for doubles? It's so simple to know when doubles come out. First of all, there's two pages to look at on lotto odds. Okay, let me show you. All right, and I've repeated this in the past for you guys. You only have to look at the draws within 6 draws, okay? And you guys with the lowest subscription, you have the history page, right? Let me load that for you again. You have the history page, and I've said this multiple times in past videos. All you have to do is look at these, right? 6 draws, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The majority of the time, let me change this to box. The majority of the time, okay, the doubles is going to come out within 6 draws. Look at that. In the majority of the states, yes. In the majority of the states, you know that the double is going to come out. Look at triple came out there. When you see a state like this with nothing within 6 draws, high probability, it's going to hit a double soon. See, look, doubles, doubles within 6 draws. This needs a double, doubles. This in the end needs double. See that doubles. MN needs a doubles, multiple doubles needs just doubles. You see, you get the drift. So within 6 draws, doubles always hit. So you know when to start playing here. Okay, these doubles is when they haven't hit within 6 draws. You can go a little bit longer if you want, but I tend not to like to go a little bit longer because then if it goes a little bit longer, that means it could stay out even longer than 6 draws or 10 draws or whatever, maybe 8 draws sometimes. Okay, um, so I'd stick to 6. And if it doesn't come out within 6 draws, 7 or 8 draws that you play after, you start playing after 6 draws, you play 3 draws or 4 draws, and it doesn't come out, you go to another straight and you play that. But you utilize this, you look for the setup like this, okay, setup like this, and then you look for when it is due, okay, when it is due, within 6 draws, hasn't won, then you start playing for the double. And boy, are you going to catch it. And you could catch it huge. All right? And that is it. I'll let you know when I launch this, and it's going to be launched at a separate site. It's going to be AI AiPick3.com. Okay? I wish you the best.